Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Greenaway Motorsports Productions broadcast of the Racing for a Cause K&N Throwback Series. We are live Daytona International Speedway for tonight's race. Looking forward to tonight. It's going to be a good race. Got a lot of the big name guys out here tonight, so should be a good game. Good game. Yeah. Oof. I don't know. Too much work today for me, I guess. But anyways, we are 12 minutes away from qualifying, so we're gonna get practice up and going, and then we'll start the grid up. I just want to thank you guys, and enjoy today's race. I got the chat going, so please drop me a message in the chat. Let me know how it sounds. Let's have a little fun tonight. A little bit of track info. We're at Daytona International Speedway, 2.48 miles. Track elevation of 36.52 feet. Track temp is a whopping 117 degrees in Daytona Beach, Florida. Weather today is going to be 90 degrees with the wind out of the west at 18 miles an hour, 72% humidity with clear skies. Beautiful hot day in Daytona. So and this was actually one of the, since we're doing the 1997 races, this was actually one of the last day races for Daytona. I believe it was after 97 that they started doing in the night. I think 98 was the first night race, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, so that's a little bit of facts for you. Some little fun things we got going on here. I'm showing David Bachman right now. 5th fastest on the speed charts. Joshua Spalding right now is the fastest on the speed charts. The 45.782. Fastest lap. So, definitely going to see some fast speeds. They're already up to 194, 5 miles an hour. So it's going to be definitely interesting. Some good racing. Now we're going to go to the Star Spangled Banner and the benediction for today's race.
As the All-Army Color Guard from the Military District of Washington, D.C. presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as the senior pastor of the Greater Friendship Baptist Church of Daytona Beach, Reverend Dr. L. Ronald Durham, offers today's invocation.
Let us pray. Lord, we pray that you bless each driver with your protection. Guide them and direct their paths around each turn of the track. Set your angels before them, protect those who race and those in the pit, and allow each one to finish unharmed. As we look at the red, white, and blue of the flag that waves, protect our sons and daughters fighting to keep our freedom around the world and keep America strong. We praise you and thank you. In the majestic name of our Lord Jesus, amen and Godspeed.
To perform our national anthem, please welcome multiple platinum and Grammy award-winning country music superstar, Republic Nashville recording artist, Martina McBride.
Oh, so can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home earth of brave.
All right, now that I hit the audio for you guys to actually be able to hear things, but let's see who we can. Oh, JP. Oh, JP's in the pits. Let's see. Oh, Peyton Johnson's on the track. Looks like he's getting a little qualifying practice in. Peyton is currently fifth fastest on the track. I'm trying to see who we got. Chris isn't out there. Oh, there's my dad. Yeah, I can be a little biased for him because, well, he's my dad, so I'll just do that in the 31 car. I believe it's a Greenway Motorsports production designed car, if I'm correct, but I could be wrong on that. Let's give it a little update to trading paints here. Make sure we got everybody up to date before the race. It'll load up. There it goes. Want to make sure we get everybody's up to date paints. We don't want everybody not being the correct paint. So there we go. Yeah, Glenn, probably help if I would have hit the unmute button so then you can hear everything. I'm just saying this is my rookie season, so I'm entitled to a couple of screw ups here and there. So you can everybody can make fun of me afterwards. It's okay. We got a just about almost a minute and a half left in qualifying, so we will get qualifying up and going. Let's see who the top 5 we have right now. We got Jason Garrett, Justin Napier, who's oh god, only 7 thousandths behind him. Michael Thwaite, Troy Radford, and Mr. Driggins. So it's got a stout field here tonight, so it should be good. Let's see who we can follow right now. Who's out in the track? Oh, Andy Hill is out there running by himself. Let's get a little info there. 30 seconds left in practice, and we'll be going to live qualifying. And then we'll be getting into the race trim. It'll be exciting when we get into the race. Practice is fun and all, but... Oh, good. I'm glad it sounds good, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Does it look good, too? You don't want to know how many hours I put in this, making this live feed going on my end. And it was just minor stupid things that I had to get going. But I really want to thank you guys for coming out here tonight and watching this. Watching me make a fool of myself tonight. But all right, here we go, folks. We're going to be going into qualifying here. So we'll see who gets... Oh, Peyton is getting out on the track right now. So we'll follow Peyton around right now. See, we also have Dylan Blankenship, Robbie Boonden, Dick Greenaway. I got to get used to calling him Dick Greenaway because, you know, it is my dad, so it's hard for me not to say dad. Doug Wysowski's out there. Let's see, Chad Meadows, Troy Radford, Andrew Hill, Ryan Nolan. Basically, everybody is out there. They're all taking time. So let's see what we got going. Right now we're following... who are we following? Oh, Peyton. Peyton. Oh, good, Glenn. I'm glad it looks fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're following Peyton right now. See what he does. Peyton's starting his first qualifying lap right now. The next one will be the money lap. You get your warm up, then you take your first one, and then your second one's usually your fastest. So we will see who gets the pole award for today. Realistically, it's whoever can hit that line perfectly. If you can hit it, you're going to be golden. If you can't get that line and hit it, you're going to be towards the back. Because you're talking hundreds and thousands of a second. It's going to separate first to the last place. I guarantee it. First lap for Peyton is going to be a 50.683, which is a solid first lap. Very solid. But I can guarantee you there might be guys that are just, they might be lagging a little back there. They won't be going for a fast time. And they're going to want to start in the back. They're going to sit in the back for a while, and then they're going to make their way to the front. So we will see. Andy Lambert is now the top. Oh, David Bachman just topped him with a 50.585. I do not know if that was Mr. Bachman's first lap or his second lap. Let's see how Peyton did on his second lap. 50.020. Dylan Blankenship currently is first. Chad Meadows. Let's see. So we'll follow T. Roy around. It looks like he's finished up his qualifying effort. We got Andrew Hill. Looks like he's finished his qualifying. Oh, Mr. Nolan. Mr. Nolan is still going with his qualifying lap. But this is going to be his second lap. Team Clam Chowder. Guys from New England there. I'm a New Englander, but I'm not much of a clam chowder guy. Don't worry, folks. I will get to the point like Chris where I'll be throwing music in and everything like that. Don't you worry. I'll be getting there. Rome wasn't built in a day. I can build the overlays, but I'm still learning and how to actually do the races. But we're getting there. I promise you. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Get some good action. So get a couple hot dogs. Get yourself a cold beverage. Because we got about 30 seconds left in qualifying. We got Andy Hill on the pole as of right now. Jerry West, Dustin Germain, Chad Meadows, Brian Beach are your top five. And with 19 seconds left, 10 seconds left to go in qualifying. I don't know what Mr. Nolan was doing right there, but it's okay. Let's see what. Oh, the president's just sitting there. Steve's off. Fluffy. Oh, okay. We're now going to be gridding. All right. Your Greenaway Motorsports Productions starting lineup for the Daytona Pepsi 60 for the Racing for the Cause K&N Series is the following. Starting on the pole in the number 9, Joshua Spalding. He'll be followed by the number 77. I know it says Autism Awareness, but he's American Heart Association of Andrew Hill. Next, going to be the 86 of Jerry West, followed by the number 28 of Dustin Germain. Starting 5th is going to be the number 3 of Chad Meadows. Outside of him, starting 6th is going to be the 18 of Brian Beach. Following him in the 87. And I know Ryan's doing this for the MSPCA, I believe it is, for its animal rights. I got to update his. Starting 7th is going to be Ryan Nolan. And outside of him in the 15 is going to be Mr. Dylan Blankenship. Starting 9th in the Ronald McDonald House, 42 is going to be Eric Driggins. Starting outside of him, 10th in the number 55. Doing it for the, I can't remember exactly what it is. I'm sorry, Steve. But it's going to be Mr. Steve Baker. Starting 11th in the Coleman cure for breast cancer is going to be the number 60 of Justin J.P. Punell. Don't worry, Justin. JP, I'm not racing, so no chance of us getting together. Then we're going to have the number 10, starting 12th of Robbie Bunden. Starting 13th, and the number 84 is David Bachman. Starting 14th, it's going to be the number 61 of John Stevens. Starting 15th in the Type 1 Nation, my Type 1 Nation, the number 71 of the boss man, Chris Legue. Then it's going to be outside him, 16th and number 97 is going to be Aaron Tolhurst. Starting 17th is going to be the number 85 of Peyton Johnson. Starting 18th is going to be the number 35 Children Miracle Network car of Mr. Andy Lambert. Starting 19th in the kidney cancer awareness, autism awareness, diabetes awareness, he's chock full of awareness, is going to be the number 31 of Dick Greenaway. Starting 20th in the 08 is going to be Thomas Quattlebaum Jr. Starting 66 in the fibromyalgia, lupus awareness, 66th of the Flying Aussie, Mr. Phil Otto. Next to him, starting 22nd in the kidney foundation awareness, is going to be the number 94 of Troy T. Roy Radford. Then we're going to have Mr. Justin Napier in the 54. Oh, and we're going green. And we are 2 by 2. Cars moving around. Ryan Nolan making a move up high. Trying to get in the high lane, see if that lane will get going. Joshua Spalding out front with the 86 of Jerry West pushing him. Followed by Chad Middles, Eric Diggins, Andrew Hillier, top 5. But still, we got a pack of 4, then everybody's double file behind them. Highline's not moving. They get together, they'll be able to make a run, but that low line's just got the speed right now. That Highline's just breaking up. Nobody's really getting together and getting a good push. Everybody's coming down, trying to get out of that high line. That top pack, they're really just getting in single file line here. We do have Team Clam Chowder getting together. They can get together. They might be able to go somewhere together. Andrew Hill was trying to side draft off of Andy Lambert. Ryan Nolan. Oh, Ryan Nolan went down, and then he came back up to get up with his teammate. Woof. What a move. Ooh, Andy was thinking about going high, joining the guys from New England, but he decided better of it. Go further in the back. Looks like we got Troy Radford. Justin Fluffy Garrett, Justin Napier, Chris Medford, Phil Otto, Thomas Quattlebaum. All kind of in their own little group. Looks like we're going to have Chris Legue actually leading that pack back there. They're just kind of sitting back. They got a big pack together, so if they can stay like this, they can definitely march their way to the front. But they don't want to get caught up in the big one. I'm actually kind of shocked we have this big of a pack. this far back. Um, you know, they're pretty far back from the leader. It says they're a lap down, but they're definitely not a lap down. Yeah. So let's see who else we got. Well, my dad's in the pits, I can tell you that. So let's go back out to the lead here. Josh Baldwin, Jerry West, Chad Meadows, Eric Driggins, David Bachman, your top five. Well, we got it on the leader here. Just led 4 laps. Started first. Now first. So, starting to get that high groove going again. Eric Driggins up top. Got David Bachman behind him. With Ryan Nolan and Andrew Hill back there. So they're all starting to work together. Oh, we got a car into the wall. Car into the wall. No caution, though. No caution. Let's see if I get that on instant replay. Looked like they were going to go 3 wide, but they weren't able. Oh, I was not able to go back far enough. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't go back far enough. But David Bachman, he got into the wall. Oh, Phil Otto just got into the wall right there. Let's see what happened there with Phil Otto. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to do. All right, so I'm sorry. He must have. I don't know what he did, but it was not showing me where Phil Otto was. So looks like Phil must have pulled it off, or Thomas and Phil just think Thomas must have went and back and waited for Phil, and he's going to bring him back up to the front, so he's got draft and help. All right, let's go back up to that lead pack here. Ryan Nolan has made his way to the front. Still a tight 2x2 battle up in the lead. 10 laps down. Oh, and Joshua Spalding is now in the lead. That bottom line. Jerry West pushing him. Oh, Ryan Nolan's now back on the front with Eric Driggins pushing him. Andrew Hill behind them. Its top line's actually now finding its groove and is able to get a run going. See what he will do. Oh, I believe that's going to be Ryan Nolan leading that lap as they cross the start-finish line. These cars like to bounce, and in this draft, they get that round nose. If you don't get on that bumper just right, you will send somebody for a ride. So but this battle up front, it's getting good. You get one person will lead, and the other person's going to lead. The top line leads, and the bottom line leads. Right now, I believe that had Jerry West leading that lap. It's really hard to say. You just don't know. And just so everybody knows, this is the Racing for a Cause K&N Series, the Pepsi 60 at Daytona International Speedway, Daytona Beach, Florida. So, again, I want to thank everybody out there. Please chat with me. I won't bite. I'm by myself, so I'm trying to give you as much as I can. Let's have a little fun tonight. I do want to thank you guys for coming out, watching the race. Yeah, you know, we'll have a little fun. Maybe get a little action going on here as Joshua Spalding's being pushed by Chad Meadows. That upper line, though, they're coming right back. Jerry West. Oh, now it's Jerry West, Joshua Spalding. The ticker just can't keep up with it. If you guys could sit here and see my timing screen, it's just bouncing all over the place. It does. I swear to God, I'm going to see my monitor start spewing smoke here because of how much it's bouncing around. I watched one guy go from second to seventh, back up to third. That's how much these cars are, how close they are together. It's amazing. I'm going to go on JP right now. JP, he started 11th, up to 6th. Oh, now 5th. Like I said, they bounce back and forth. He's gained six spots since the start of the race. So JP's having himself a heck of a race out there. So I'd like to see JP with a good solid win, good run today. Gonna go check on the guys in the back, see what they're doing. They still got their pack there, just driving together. They're not pushing it. Oh, caution. Caution is on the track. I miss where the caution is. I'm sorry, guys. I missed that. I don't know who was... So now it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who comes into pits. But you know what's going to be nice? Boom, there we go. We're going to know who comes into pit row. A little magic. It's going to give us a little time, see who takes. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I needed to take a sip of a drink. 16 laps into the books. Let's see if anybody comes in. And they are in. Looks like everybody's coming in. Let's see who wins the race off pit row. Ooh, the 97. I bet you he only took 2 tires of the 7.73 pit stop. Nolan, 15.16. Spalding, 14.65. Meadows still, he must have some body work he needs to get done. He's over 30 seconds. Beach, 15.31. Tolhurst, I said, with 7.73. Johnson with the 14.4. That's a great pit stop for his crew. Lambert with a 15.4. Blankenship with a 14.37. Oof, Dylan. JP with a 27.1. He must have had some damage he got fixed. Wow, some really quick pit stops. Let's see what we got. Oh, Steve Baker with a 14.4. So, with 16 laps excuse me, with 17 laps finish, we've had 7 lead changes for in those laps. We've gotten 1 caution for 3 laps, and we have 43 laps remaining, and the current leader is Aaron Tolhurst. So, but sorry, still playing with some of the things. Just want to see how they look. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight off your busy schedule. Join us here. Racing for a Cause K&N Throwback Series on Greenway Motorsports Production. This is our first race that we're actually doing on our own at Greenway Motorsports Production. If you're an iRacer and you're looking for a new design for your car, if you're looking for a video, if you're a league owner and you're looking for a promotional video for your league, or if you're a broadcaster and you're looking for a new overlay, please check Greenway Motorsports Production on Facebook. Reasonable prices, quality work. So, yeah, please check us out. Like us on Facebook, like our YouTube channel. Also, go check out Racing for a Cause on Facebook, Racing for a Cause TV on Facebook. And finally, also go like Joe White at the OSR Network. Joe is a friend of ours, does our truck series, so please go like Joe over there and check out some of the stuff he does, except for the nights that we're broadcasting on Racing for a Cause TV or Greener Motorsports Production. Then watch our broadcasts. But so we should be going green very soon. They are stacked up 2 by 2, getting ready to go. Aaron Tolhurst in front, Brian Beach second, Peyton Johnson behind Aaron, and Jason Fluffy Garrett behind him. This is going to be an interesting restart here. Let's strap those seatbelts down tight because we're going green flag racing here momentarily. Daytona International Speedway, the Pepsi 60, brought to you on Greenway Motorsports Productions. Pace cars in 3 and 4. Love those cars 2x2. As the pace car tucks away, we're green flag racing here at Daytona once again. 19 laps on the board in a beautiful restart by Aaron Tolhorse in the number 18 car. Excuse me, the number 97. Brian Beach in the 18. Fluffy Garrett now up to second in the 73. Looks like they're done laying in the back, and they're going to be making a run for the front. The GMR cars are making their way to the front, so let's see what they can do. Ooh, one car looks like it got off the pace. Might have been the 94. T. Roy Radford. I don't know if he hit the wall, scruffed the wall. But right now we got Fluffy leading that lap, followed by Brian Beach, Justin Napier. Turns 1 and 2. But outside lines just getting a good push. Fluffy's getting a good push from Justin Napier. The best we've seen that outside line run. Look at, they just pushed their way right to the front. They're just manhandling that bottom line. They're in the race. You couldn't. The top line wasn't able to do that. Oh, Aaron Tolhorse and Chris Memphis poked his head into the top 5. I haven't talked about Chris at all tonight. Well, that outside line is really starting to work now. Well, that top line's got 4 cars that are just all stuck together, or they were for a little bit, but they broke free of each other a little bit. Oh, I see the flying Australian in there too. Phil Otto. He's worked his way back up towards the front. Let's see. That outside line still cleared the top line by, I don't know, four car lengths it looks like. Oh, we got some last traffic coming up on them. Let's make sure everything works there. Can't quite make it out. Oh, that's JP. Oh, the 4 just got into JP. I don't know what happened there or why that happened. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. Caution out on the racing surface. Trying to see who is involved in that. Ooh, Chris League. Let's see. We're gonna. JP got up into the wall there. People got stacked up. Oh, teammates took each other out. Andrew Hill. Wow. See if we can see exactly what happened. Cars are moving. And then JP got up into the wall. Phil Otto got a little high. Oh, they were sliding around, and those, like I was talking about earlier, those rounded front bumpers. If you just can't get it to go just right, you're gonna end up in the wall, unfortunately. So, but they got fast repairs, so they'll get that fixed up, and they'll be back out on the track, and they'll be making a run to the front. Almost halfway, and two cautions is. I mean, for me personally, I think that is great for this track. These guys have gotten so good at this restrictor plate. Realistically, all the leagues, um, from our Indy series all the way to our street stocks, we have unbelievable racing. Just to go over what Racing for a Cause offers, we have a Sunday night Indy racing series, 12 weeks. We run 6 ovals and 6 road courses. It's basically it's all tracks that the Indy series does run on. That's on Sunday nights. On Monday nights, we have the K&N Throwback series. We use the 1997 schedule. I love that year. It's the year I graduated high school, so it's a good year for me. I either made people feel real old or really young. So then on Tuesday nights, that is our truck series. We run the actual schedule. We run a chase format. Um, for the trucks, it is the schedule that we currently are running is this year's truck series. We're 2 weeks into it. So yeah, that's going on. Wednesday nights we have our late model series. Oh, the truck series is broadcast on the OSR network with Joe White. Joe White is doing the voice of the Crescent Candle Truck Series. Wednesday night we have our late model series. That's always a blast. That's a very fun league. It's the very first league we had here at Racing for a Cause, so that's a blast. And then on Thursday night is our street stock division. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Is our street stock division. Um, and actually, I believe this week we're going to be starting our dirt street stock series. That will follow our street stock series on Thursday nights. So Racing for a Cause, we got racing all over the place. We're streamed all over the place. You know, we stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. So you can definitely catch our action. We're on Greenaway Motorsports Production on Monday. Tuesday we're on the OSR network. And on Wednesday we are on Racing for the Cause TV. So yeah, it's exciting things that are happening here for Racing for the Cause. So please like Racing for a Cause on Facebook. Like Racing for a Cause TV on YouTube, also on Facebook. Please give me a follow here on YouTube, and also go check out my Facebook page. So lights are off. Lights are off on the pace car. Aaron Toholz, Peyton Johnson, your front row, followed by Fluffy Garrett, Brian Beach. All right, boys. Getting ready to go green here back at Daytona. Just about halfway. And we're green flag racing. Oh, what a start by Aaron Tollers. Wow, he just jumped out of there like a rocket. He can pick what lane he wants to be in. See who has the better draft. You see him sliding up and down, trying to block. Gets in line. There's Brian Beach. Peyton Johnson goes up high. He's getting a push from Fluffy Garrett. Oh, Brian Beach tries to slide. I can't talk. Side draft off of Peyton Johnson. Fluffy's right behind Peyton, giving him a push down the backstretch. Behind him is going to be Justin Napier. And Chris Mefford's behind him. Tohos is looking to go up. Trying to do a little side draft off of Peyton. Trying to slow him down. Fluffy's kind of sitting back. Watching what they're doing. He's got Justin right behind him, giving him a push. Peyton ducks down into that inside line. That outside line's just not moving right now. Ooh, Thomas Quattlebaum Jr. goes down low. Making a run down low behind him. He's going to get Chris Legue. Oh, Tom comes back up front. Mix up Fluffy. Goes back down to that bottom lane. Now he's going to go up high. Try to get in line with Fluffy. That front line. David Beckham. He doesn't know whether he wants to go up high, try to make the run with the top line, or if he wants to go in that bottom line. Only thing that's going to happen to him is he's going to end up getting pushed out of the way. And just like what's happening right now with Chris Legue goes in the bottom. Chris is making his way up towards the front. I think Chris will love the fact that I'm saying it like you. Try to give that little French accent to it, you know, because he is French-Canadian name, so try to give him the courtesy he deserves. As we're just going over halfway done for this Daytona 60. Oh! Peyton made a bold move to the top, trying to get a block and a push. But that opened up the bottoms to allow... ooh, three wide. Peyton stuck in the middle. And he got nobody to help him, and he's just... oh, good, Chris opened up a hole for him, let him come in. That was a nice thing Chris did right there, because he could have shut that door, and Peyton would have been going all the way back. Well, that top line's now starting to work. The 18 of Brian Beach gets pushed to the front, with David Beckham behind him. Backman. And Thomas Quattlebaum, he's behind Backman, and Fluffy behind him. Oh, Tom goes in the middle. They're going to make a run. They're hanging. Mr. Beach, I believe it's going to be. They hung Mr. Beach out to dry, and he just got shuffled back about 7 spots. So we got Tom Quattlebaum Jr. leading, Fluffy Garrett behind him, Peyton Johnson, David Backman, Brian Beach. Oh, now Chris Medford. Oh, poor Brian. He just can't catch a break. Nobody to go with him. Stuck in the middle. No hole for him to go into. He wants to run the outside, but there's nothing there for him. Oh, he's now tucked inside. That's good. Trying to make some runs there for Brian. He's just unable to. Oh, so is Tommy Q and Fluffy now down low. Peyton Johnson looking up high. Make a move there. Nobody's going with Peyton. No draft that helps. So he's trying to. Oh! Oh! See if he saves it. Tommy Q, it looks like he was able to save it. Let's see what happens. It's getting pushed by Fluffy. Oh, Fluffy went down. Just was hooked him. He spun. And look at that. Look at that save. That's a beautiful, beautiful save by Tommy Q. Beautiful driving, great car control. And he's back on track. I hate to be Fluffy later at the team meeting. They discuss what happened there. So now Fluffy getting pushed by Medford. Got Aaron Tolles behind him. Excuse me, on the inside. Oh, we have a big wreck. Big wreck. Oh, the 94 is flipping. The 71 is spinning. I hate when they do that. Let's see what happens. They're all up front. Looks like the 85 is pushing. Let's see if we can get a better look. See if we can get a look from Peyton Johnson's car. We're gonna give a better. See if we can see what happens here. Oh, something happened. Well, We're into the pits, but that's all right. Andy Lambert with a 10, almost 11-second pit stop. I'm wondering, 21-12. I think a lot of people had damage. Chris Medford with a 14, almost 15-second. Tolhurst again with a 6-second. I think he's doing a two-tire strategy. Excuse me. Tommy Qualabom didn't even pit. So we will see. Tommy's coming in now to pit. I do want to take a minute though, while we are have this caution to for anybody who is out up here in the Northeast. Last weekend we lost a legend in the modified series, Teddy Christopher. Most people who follow NASCAR saw that NASCAR was even honoring Teddy. Three-tap Teddy, number 13, the King. Today is his wake. I will say, people that know about Teddy, they know he loves ice cream. They know he loves his race cars and he loves his family. Well, at the wake, they actually had a ice cream truck there for the people to get free ice cream. I'm gonna honestly say, Sarrett Tools, Sarrett Racing paid for that in honor of Ted. So that was a nice gesture. But it's a sad day for racing. We lost a legend. I firmly believe he was to modifieds as Dale Earnhardt Sr. was to NASCAR, and that'll never be replaced. So if you could just take a moment to just think about Teddy, his family, that'd be great. All right, well, thank you for that. Now let's get back to racing. Lap 41 of 60. Fluffy Garrett first, Chris Medford second, Justin Napier third, Brian Beach fourth, David Backman fifth. Again, I'd like to thank everybody that's out there watching. Please join the live chat on YouTube. It's me alone in the booth, so I'm just trying to do as best I can, give you as much different views as possible. Have a little fun while we're at it. Give me some likes. Give me some likes. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing the K&N series all year long here, and who knows what else will be coming up or races. So yeah, please give us a like, give a share. Let's go green flag racing. Green flag on the track. Fluffy Garrett gets a jump. Chris Medford dives to the inside. It's getting a push from Justin Napier. Brian Beach tucks down and behind them. Smart move there for them. They get hooked up. They're going to be gone. Because they have no pressure behind them. Oh, they go up a little high before Brian Beach gets hung out. 84 of David Bachman. Behind him, here they come. Clam Chowder. Ryan Nolan's up to 5th. I knew he wouldn't, be long till he got up front there. Carlo, I want to check on a couple other people. I haven't really checked on them. Let's see what the hell the boss man's doing. Oh, he's in that lead pack. He was involved in that incident earlier. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see right here. Steve Baker. Hey, he's just hanging in the back of this pack right here. Not really going anywhere. Let's see, who else should we check on? You know what? Let's go into the... There's something I haven't done yet. Let's go sit in the cockpit with Mr. Bossman Chris Legg. Started 15th, now it's up to 17th. Kind of bounced around 17th, 16th. There he goes, making a run in that bottom line. It's just amazing. I mean, he's going almost 200 miles an hour. Right on somebody's bumper. I mean, you're not talking like feet, you're talking inches between him and the car in front of him. So he looks high on the 77. Just doesn't have enough power to go by the 77 there. Little car was slow down the bottom. I don't know who that was. Oh, the 85's up into the wall. Oh, cars swerving all over the place. Checking up. Oh, Andy Lambert checked up a little bit. Wow. What driving. What driving by people. No caution. Nobody got into each other. That was amazing. Amazing, amazing. We have Eric Driggins on point. Oh! Oh, him and Fluffy get around. Oh, we got the big one. We got the big one. Caution is out. Caution is out. It's we are gonna We're going to go back a little ways here. See if we can see exactly what happened. They're bump drafting. That's a better angle right there. Again, they're not lining the cars up well. And they're hooking the corners. And these cars are spinning. Because that's exactly what happened here. They just would have been together. Squared up those bumpers. They would have not spun like that. That's part of the these K&N cars. That bumper really is rounded in the front, so you need to hit the car square on. If you come outside and then you try to slide in, you're gonna send that car for a ride. And, that's definitely not something you want to happen. Again, I'd like to thank everybody who's out there watching this. I really do appreciate it. It's been a long time coming for me to get to this spot, to be able to bring this to you. This is eventually my goal, to be able to provide you with racing. So hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying bringing it to you. So sit back, relax. We're gonna have go green. We'll probably have about 10 laps left to go. Oh, thanks, brother. Trying like heck to do a good job. It's tough by yourself. You're trying to think of things by yourself to talk about, plus give good action, and try to see everything that's going on the track. So it's definitely a lot more difficult doing it by yourself. And I don't know. I feel like I should be seeing a psychiatrist because I'm just like kind of like talking to myself. So well, that's all right. We're at lap 50 of the scheduled 60. So just about done. 10 laps to go here. The lights are still on the pace car, so we'll be going around one more time. We'll be restarting with just about 10 to go. 10 laps left. That's a lot of racing to be done here at Daytona. That's like another 20 lead changes, so oh, the lights are off the pace car. Pace car is off. Going green flag racing with 8 to go. Dustin Germain, the first time I've talked about him all night. He is out front in the 28 machine, supporting that Haviland Texaco, the old Davey Allison paint scheme. I love seeing that paint scheme. Oh man, I'd love to have seen what Davey could have done as a driver. But behind him, Andrew Hill pushing Dustin up there. Above him, you got Chad Meadows with a Chris Legue pushing him. Fluffy Garrett behind him with Chris Mefford behind him. Then on the bottom, you got Steve Baker up there in the top 5. Oh, we got another car going around. Oh, jeez. Big accident. Big accident. Caution, back out. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Yeah, I don't know if it just the 97 got clipped by the 85 or how that worked, but it just seemed like They got around, and then everybody else went around with it, unfortunately. So we're going to have a shootout. I think we'll have about 4 to go when we take the green. Yeah, Eric, I bet it did suck. Fortunately, it's restricted plate racing. A lot of good cars have been involved in accidents I weren't expecting to see today. I believe we're going to have probably 3 to go when we get the green flag. Yeah, the leaders were having a hard time. It seemed like it really seemed like all the accidents that I saw, they people weren't squaring up to draft. They were catching people in the corners, and that's what was causing them to spin. You know, these cars, they have that round nose, so if you get the wrong, if you don't square right up with these cars, you're done. So, and I think that's what you were. I think once you got spun, and the other one you were just a victim of everybody else um, wrecking in front of you, unfortunately. But I think we have one more. I don't know. I don't know what the schedule is for the K&Ns. I don't know if we go to one more super speedway or not. I don't know if we hit Talladega. But we got some good tracks coming up for the K&N series. I know we'll be going to the road course, Watkins Glen, and then some of the cookie cutters. But tomorrow the trucks are in Martinsville. So get yourself a good old Martinsville dog. Turn on the OSR network and check out the trucks at Martinsville. Those have been a blast this year. They've had some great racing all year long. So that'll be fun to watch. And there'll be Mr. Joe White in the booth for that. We should be doubling up next time round. Yeah, here we go, doubling it up with 4 to go. If we get another caution before the checker, that will be the race. So it's one of those things where you want to pull those straps real tight, get up in that seat, because business is about to open up. That's right, Eric. It is plate racing. Unfortunately, it's fun racing, but it can be very depressing racing. Tally is 1/15. 1 to 15. Here we go. We're in 3 and 4. 4 laps to go. Be 3 laps when we hit here. Green, white, checker, shootout, basically. Well, not really. I'm sorry. Green, 2 to go. 1 to go. Well, here we go. Green flag is out. Everybody's right there together on that restart. Ooh, Chris Legg looks outside trying to make it 3 wide. Get a little help. Oh, Chris Mefford goes inside. Still 3 wide though. Chris might be looking to go up with Chris. The Chris and Chris show. See if they hook up. Steve Baker pushing the 77. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. This is going to be the race if if the caution comes out. Caution is out. Caution is out. That will be the race. Where it's going to be, appears it's going to be Dustin Germain, Chris Medford, Joshua Spalding, Chris Legue. I just think of Mr. Magoo, Chris Legue, Jason Fluffy Garrett, the top 5. Let's see if we can check out that accident one more time. I might not have went back far enough. No, I did not. Off the start, let's see, we have we go 3 wide there. Nothing really big. We got the 55 pushing the 77. The 55 pushing 77. 44 comes in the middle. Well, I don't know if the 77 tried to side draft the 44. We're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna drop back a little bit. See if we can get a bit of view from Chris Medford. Following behind Chris Medford's he gets a run. He goes down, goes in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, everybody kind of just pushed in together. 77. Ah, jeez. Oh, the 3 came down, I think, trying to block the 44. 77, I think, tried the side draft, and Chris was just in the middle. Final lap under caution. Not the way I really wanted to see it finish, but it is what it is, I guess. That's restrictor plate racing for you. So, we're going to have Dustin Germain, Chris Medford, Joshua Spalding, your top 3, followed by Chris Legg, Justin Jason Fluffy Garrett, Doug Wysocki, Dylan Blankenship, Ryan Nolan, Chad Meadows, your top 10. And there we have it, folks. That is the race. And here we got the final results. First place, Dustin Germain in the 28. Second, Chris Medford in the 44. Followed by Joshua Spalding, Chris Legg, Jason Fluffy Garrett, Doug Wysocki, Dylan Blankenship, Ryan Nolan, Peyton Johnson, Chad Meadows, your top 10, excuse me. Followed by an 11th, Darren Tolhurst, Justin Napier, Andrew Hill, Steve Baker, Andy Lambert, 15th, Jerry West, Michael Thwaites, Brian Beach, Thomas Quattlebaum Jr., John Stevens in 20th. Followed by in 21st, Phil Otto, Robbie Bunden, JP, Justin Punell, David Bachman, T. Roy Rafford, Eric Driggins, and Dick Greenaway. All right, let's see. Oh, our winner. Let's see if I can get Joshua in here.
User was moved to your channel.
Josh, Rick Greenaway in the booth. You got a copy. Let's give it one more try. Josh, Rick in the booth. You got a copy? Oh, not yet. Oh, we'll talk to him in a little bit.
Out of your channel.
Let's see if we can talk to Chris Medford, our second place finisher. Chris, Rick in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Yeah, Chris, Rick in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Good, buddy. Well, that looked like it was definitely a interesting finish. Uh, from my vantage point, it looked like that you got a run. You went in the middle, and everybody just kind of like seemed to close up on you. Is that exactly what happened?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was actually going to try to get a run on Spalding on the outside, and he just kept going up and up and up where I couldn't get that run. So I drove to the middle of them and got past him, and then the three cars started coming down a little bit. And with me watching the replay, it kind of looks like Hill might have slid up the track a little bit after trying to bump the leader, and got into me, which I'm going to assume that caused that wreck.
Yeah, that's the way it looked like to me. The three was trying to block your run. Hill got up, started coming up the track, and you really didn't have anywhere to go. That's exactly how I looked at it. Um, Looked like the cars were not really settling that well. If you nicked the cars, you had to hit them square on. If you didn't hit them square, the people were spinning left and right. Is that what you were feeling and seeing on the track today?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what they're doing with the update, but it's like you can't really draft these cars anymore. I know they try to reduce the bump draft in general, but it's just it seems like if you barely get into somebody, they either they go forward or B they go sideways. If you don't get squared up with them, you almost got to let off the gas just to stop them spinning them.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was seeing up here. Well, second place, second place. That's a solid finish. You had some problems earlier, involved in some incidents, so it was a good finish. You got anybody you'd like to thank out there? Say hi to?
I'd like to thank the gentlemen at GMR. They threw a pretty good piece together. We had a lot of fast cars today, just some mishaps. Um, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, even though she's asleep. I would like to thank some of my sponsors: GMR Motorsports, Medford Graphics, Greenway Motorsports Productions. Um, you know, I'm running my car, the old Dell Earnhardt Tasmanian Devil car. So I think I'd put a pretty good showing on for it.
You definitely did, buddy. Definitely did, and nice job out there with the second place finish.
Thanks, sir.
User was moved
That
out of
was
your channel.
Chris Medford, our second place finish. It looks like Josh Spalding's available. He got done talking to his crew, so let's chat with him.
User was moved to your channel.
Josh, Rick in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Rick?
Good, buddy. Well, that was definitely an interesting finish to the race. It looked like, from my vantage point, that it just seemed like a whole Medford in the 44 got a good run going down the middle, and just kind of seemed like that hole closed on him, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, he definitely had a big run there. I don't. I watched the replay and it looked like there might have been some net code. I don't know, but contact with the 77 and that started a chain reaction and nowhere to go. It's a shame because we had 2.5 more laps to race it out and would have been fun. But everybody gets anxious on that last restart there. It was going to be an interesting finish, but it's a good win for Boss or Dustin there. And 2 in a row for him on plate tracks. It's cool to see. It was a fun race though.
Oh, it definitely was a fun race. It was I mean, you really can't argue with the plate race, and we think we had 4 cautions the whole race in the 60 laps. Where in a plate race, you really can't argue. You had a good run. You were up front most of the day. Very minimal incidents. So it definitely was a good run for you. The one thing I did notice with these cars, and Chris seemed to feel the same way, is that you really can't bump draft with them. Like they did some sort of update to them, and the bump draft just really isn't there. You hit somebody in the corner, and people were getting spun out, and that seemed to be the issue. Is just they didn't draft the way they used to draft.
Yeah, it kind of seemed that way. There was it's tough when you have a lot of cars lined up on each other. I think it kind of comes down to the timing of the hit and who gets hit when and the line and the chain reaction just it's funky with those cars for sure with the way the air is and they might have done something with it on an update, but you would think that we could have some more bumping and more getting cars to the front with just a couple than just having one line. But it's tough with a lot of cars. Everybody wants to go fast and just try to stay out of the mess and be there at the end. At least we had a shot at it.
You definitely had a shot at it, bud. Well, I want to congratulate you on the third place finish. Anybody out there you'd like to say hi to or thank?
Oh, just everybody out there watching. It's good legal racing for great causes and fun to race with a lot of good guys and thank the team Rad Racing there. Everybody was we had tried when we were around each other. We'd give each other some help when we needed it. So it's fun to have a few teammates here and there, but also just having a lot of good guys to race around makes it a lot of fun. Those high speeds.
Definitely does. Well, congratulations on the third place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Rick. See you then.
User was moved out of your
That
channel.
was our third place finish, Josh Spalding, and now we're going to bring in our winner, Dustin Germain.
User was moved to your channel.
Dustin, Rick in the booth, you got a copy.
Yeah, Rick, I got you. What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy? Well, that was a good win for you. You had Medford making a run up the middle. You had Josh pushing you. Were you getting nervous there that they might get a run on you and take that lead from you?
I kind of felt in control on the bottom. That was definitely that thought. I seen something brewing there, man. I knew it wasn't gonna, didn't look like it was gonna end too well. So I was just trying to not get caught up there.
Oh, I totally understand that. That was definitely an interesting finish. Cars 3 wide, closing up on each other. At one point, it looked like they were trying to put 3 cars in one lane. But you had I actually didn't talk about you most of the day. You kind of just seemed like you were sitting in the back towards the end, and then that's when you made your run. Is that basically what your plan was?
Yeah, that's usually my game plan when it comes to these restrictor plate races, man. I done the same thing at Dega and kind of made my move with a handful or two of laps to go and kind of played the same strategy here and it paid off, man.
That it definitely did. It definitely did. Well, I want to congratulate you on the win. Does anybody like to say hi, thank out there?
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's watching the races, man, all the viewers and Race for a Cause and Rad Racing, man. You know, all the guys that to make this league go around. Just want to thank everybody.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations, and we will see you next week.
All right, man. Thanks.
User was moved out of your channel.
That was Dustin Germain, winner. He actually has won back-to-back plate races in we've had in the K&N series. So he won the trucks. I'm not too sure, but definitely knows how to get his way around these restrictor plate tracks. Well, I'd like to thank everybody that came out for our first broadcast. So far, so good. So we will be back again next week, bringing you more K&N action. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and good night.